statistics. Chapter name is correlation and topic is assumed mean method. This is part 41. Since real mean method requires more calculations, the assumed mean method is commonly used in most studies to find the following formula is used to calculate R. R is equal to summation xy upon n minus cx multiplied by cy within bracket and in numerator divided by sigma x and sigma y, where symbols are as follows, or the meaning of symbols are as x and y are the deviation from the assumed mean. X multiplied by y, that is the sum of product of x and y deviation. This is summation xy. N is equal to number of scores. Cx is equal to correction value of x scores, and Cx is found is calculated as mx minus am. Amx means assumed mean x. Cy is equal to correction value of y scores, that is calculated by Cy is equal to my minus a againamy means assumed mean of y score. Amx means assumed mean of x score, where mx is equal to actual mean of x score, and amx or amx, whether small m or capital M, assume mean of x score. Cx is called correction value of x scores. My is called actual mean of y scores, andamy is called assume mean of y scores. Cy is equal to correction value of y scores. Now sigma x is equal to standard deviation of x scores, and sigma y is equal to standard deviation of y score. Formula to calculate sigma x is as within square root summation x square by n minus cx square, and sigma y is equal to summation y square by n minus cy square. So these are the theoretical portion of the. Now come to the next step, that is step involved in the assumed mean method. So let us take first step. To find the coefficient of correlation by the assumed mean method, the actual means are calculated using the formula m is equal to summation x by n. In the present example, the assumed means for the x and y series are taken as 4 and 16 respectively. When right now I will take the example, and in that example I will show you that how this assumed mean 4 and 16 are selected. The deviations of the actual scores from the assumed mean, that is x minus m and y minus m, are obtained and entered in the x and y columns. These deviations are then squared and entered in the x square and y square columns respectively and separately, and their sums are calculated. After that, the corresponding values of x and y are multiplied and the products are entered in the xy column. Finally, all the required values are substituted into the appropriate formulas and the coefficient of correlation R is calculated with the help of the assumed mean formula. Example. Let us take one example. Calculate the coefficient of correlation of the following scores by the assumed mean method. There are 8 students, and in these 2 tests, might be physics, chemistry, maths, Hindi or any. The students' scores are as follows: 8, 10, 12, 6, 4, 14, 8 and 10. Test B. In test B, the students have scored 18, 22, 16, 21, 30, 19, 24 and 18. So let us solve this question. Before solving this problem, I want to explain here, in all the cases I have taken the same data. And why? Because I wanted to show that whether we are using any method, that is reduced score method or assume mean method or real mean method, in each case the result will remain same, that is 0.72 with negative correlation. So again I am taking the same example. So let us first prepare a table. Table is given here. This is table. First column is student column, second is test A, and third one is test B. Then deviation from the mean, let it is represented by x is equal to capital X minus mx, small y is equal to y minus my. Then x square column, thereafter y square column, and product of xy. Students are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 students are there, and test scores are 8 in test A. The scores are 8, 10, 12, 6, 4, 14, 8 and 10. Test B scores are 18, 22, 16, 21, 30, 19, 24, 18. Now there are 8 students, so n is equal to 8. Now sum up all these scores to get summation x. So 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 6 plus 4 plus 14 plus 8 plus 10, this is equal to 72. So this is called summation x. Similarly, test B, sum up all these scores to get summation y. 18 plus 22 plus 16 plus 21 plus 30 plus 19 plus 24 plus 18, this gives us summation y is equal to 168. Now here the middle score and minimum score is 4, so assume mean is selected. This is 4, that's why I have selected here 4. In this column 18, 20, 16, 21, 30, 19, 24, 18, between in the midpoint and the minimum score I have selected as 16 as the assume mean, and that's why in the theory I have written that assume mean for the example is taken as 4, and 4 for x score and 16 for y score. So assume mean, it may be selected as 6 also, or here it is 19 may be also selected. So assume mean, this is assumption based mean and lies not exactly but at the midpoint. So assume mean is 4. Now next step is to get x, small x, subtracting this assume mean from the x score. So that's why I have written as 8 minus 4, 10 minus 4, 12 minus 4, 6 minus 4, 4 minus 4, 14 minus 4, 8 minus 4, 10 minus 4. 8 minus 4 is 4, 10 minus 4 is 6, 12 minus 4 is 8, 6 minus 4 is 2, 4 minus 4 is 0, 14 minus 4 is 10, 8 minus 4 is 4, 10 minus 4 is 6. So these are the values of small x deviation for x score, and sum up all these scores. So 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 8 18, 18 plus 2 20, 20 plus 10 30, 30 plus 4 34, 34 plus 6 is 40. So summation x is found to be 40. Now next step is deviation from the mean, that is y. So to calculate y, let us prepare the column. Assume mean is 16, so each time 16 will be subtracted from the y score. So 18 minus 16, 22 minus 16, 16 minus 16, 21 minus 16, 30 minus 16, 19 minus 16, 24 minus 16, 18 minus 16. So 18 minus 16 is 2, 22 minus 16 is 6, 16 minus 16 is 0, 21 minus 16 is equal to 5, 30 minus 16 is equal to 14, 19 minus 16 is equal to 3, 24 minus 16 is equal to 8, 18 minus 16 is equal to 2. Again sum up all these values. 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 5 13, 13 plus 14 is 27, 27 plus 3 is 30, 30 plus 8 is 38, 38 plus 2 is 40. So summation y is equal to 40. So in this way summation x is equal to 40 and summation y is equal to 40. Now mx, how mx and my is to be calculated? Here I have calculated mean of x score is mean mx is equal to summation x by n, and summation x is equal to 72 divided by 8, 8 9s are 72. So mx is found to be 9. Mean of y score is given by mean my is equal to summation y over n, that is equal to summation y, the value of summation y is 168 divided by 8 is equal to 21. 8 2s are 16 and 8 1s are 8, so 21. So here I have written each and every value. Summation x is equal to 72, assume mean is equal to 4, number of students are 8, and mx is equal to 9 for x score. Similarly for y score, summation y is found to be 168, assume mean is found to be 16, n is equal to 8, and my is equal to, this is 21. Now next column, that is x square column. So square of 4 is 16, square of 6 is 36, square of 8 is 64, 8 into 8 is 64, square of 2 is 4, square of 0 is 0, square of 10 is 100, square of 4 is 16, and square of 36 6 is 36. So sum up all these values, we have summation x square. So summation x square is found to be 272. 6 plus 16 plus 36 plus 64 plus 4 plus 100 plus 16 plus 36 is found to be 272. Now next column is y square. So y values are here. So square of y is 2 square is 4, 6 square is 36, 0 square is 0, 5 square is 25, 14 square is 196. 14 into 14, this gives us 196. 3 square is 9, 8 square is 64, and 2 square is 4. Now again sum up summation y square, 4 plus 36 plus 0 plus 25 plus 196 plus 9 plus 64 plus 4. Summation y square is found to be 338. Now the next column is xy, that is the product of deviation x and y. So xy means 4 into 2 is 8, 6 into 6 is 36, 8 into 0 is 0, 2 into 5 is 10, again 0 into 14 is 0, 10 into 3 is 30, 4 into 8 is 32, and 6 into 4 is 24. This is 24. Sum up all these values, we have summation xy is equal to 128. So in this way this total table is prepared, and the steps involved is also written in language, and verbally I have explained here. Now come to the next step. Next step is, before calculating the coefficient of correlation by the given formula, the following required values are calculated. Now come to the point, Cx. How Cx is to be calculated? The formula for Cx correction is equal to mx minus amx. Mx is 9, and assume mean for x score is 4. So 9 minus 4 is 5. Again correction for y score or test B. My is minusamy, assume mean for y score. So my mean for y scores are found to be 21, and assume mean is selected as 16. So 21 minus 16 is again 5. So in this way correction for x score is found to be 5, and correction for y score, that is test B, is found to be 5. Now standard deviation. Next step is standard deviation. Sigma x is given by the following equation. Sigma x is equal to under root summation x square by n minus cx square. So substituting the values of summation x square, n and cx. So summation x square is equal to 272 and n is equal to 8 minus 5 square. 272 divided by 8 is 34. 8 3s are 24, remainder is 3. 8 4s are 32. So 34 minus 5 square is 25. 34 minus 5 square is 25. 34 minus 25 is equal to under root 9 and square root of 9 is 3. So sigma x is equal to 3. Next step is how the sigma y is to be calculated. So here standard deviation sigma y is given by the equation. Sigma y is equal to under root square root summation y square over n minus cy whole square, and summation y square is equal to 338 by n, 338 by 8 minus 5 square. 338 by 8 is found to be 42.25 minus 25. 42 minus 25.25 42.25 minus 24 is equal to 17.25. 17.25 under root 17.25 is about 4.15, and how it is to be calculated at the right side I have shown here. 17.25, prepare the pair. So like 5 is one pair and 17 is another pair. Before decimal the numbers are 17. So now I have to select how many times it goes. If I will select 3 3 is 9 is very less number. 4 4 16 is correct. And if I will select 5 5 is 25, that is more than 17, so it is not permitted. So 4 4 16, 4 is written here and 4 is written here, and 4 4 16 is written here. Subtracting, we have 17 minus 16 is 1. Now 4 plus 4 is 8. Now putting decimal, then as the decimal is put here, the two numbers are carried here. So 25 is written here. Now I have to select such a number that with that number is written here and multiplied by the number by the same number, and the product is written here. If the product is less than this, then okay, and if the product is more than this number, then it is not permitted. So here I have selected 1. So 81 1s are 81. Suppose I will select 2. So 82 2s are 162. So 162 is more than 125. So it is not correct. It is not permitted. So one time it goes. So 81 1s are 81. 1 is written here and 1 is written here. 1 is sum here. So we have 82, and subtracting here 125 minus 18, that is 5 minus 1 is 4, and 12 minus 8 is 4. Now again to get square root, we write 2 or in pair. So two zeros are carried here. Now again select a number, how many times it goes. So let it be 5. So 5 is written here, 5 is written here. 5 5s are 25. Carry over 2, 5 2s are 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 carry 1, 8 5s are 40, 40 plus 1 is 41. So it is permitted. So hence 17.25, square root of 17.25 is found to be 4.15, which is written here. Now substituting all these values in the following equation, we have the correlation equation is equal to R is equal to summation xy by n minus cx and cy multiplied by cy whole divided by sigma x and sigma y. Here sigma xy is equal to 128. In the table I have calculated the value of n is equal to 8, cx is 5, cy is 5, sigma x is equal to 3, and sigma y is equal to 4.15 standard deviation. So all these values, substituting all these values in this above equation, we have R is equal to 128 upon 8 minus 5 into 5 divided by 3 into 4.15. So cancelling here, 8 ones are 8 and remainder is 4. So 8 6 are 48. So 128 divided by 8 is equal to 16. And 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. And 3 multiplied by 4.15 is 12.45. Now 16 minus 25 is minus 9. So I have written here minus and 9 divided by 14.25. Now 14.25, 9 divided by 14.25, right hand side I have written here. If I will remove this decimal, then we will put 2 zeros here. So that's why I have written here 900. And putting one decimal, so one more zero is carried here. So 9000 becomes. So decimal, then now I have to check 1 2 4 5. How many times it goes? So about 7 times. So 7 5s are 35, carry over 3. 7 4s are 28, 28 3 31, carry 3. 7 2s are 14, 3 17, carry 1. 7 1s are 7, plus 1 8. So 8 7 1 5. Now subtract this value. We have 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 1 is 8, and again 9 minus 7 is 2. So 2 8 5. Now 1 0 is carried. Now check how many times it goes. So 1 2 4 5, approximately 2 times goes. So 2 5s are 10, carry 1, 2 4s are 8, 1 9, 2 2s are 4, and 2 1s are 2. So 2490. So the value is found to be minus 7 2 and with negative sign. So negative high correlation is found in this way. So this is third or fourth example. In each case I have selected the same data and the result is found to be the same, that is minus 0.72, that is negative high correlation. Now the interpretation, how we will interpret. Again, the coefficient of correlation between test A and test B, that is between X score and Y score, or might be two subjects, two different subjects, let it be mathematics and Hindi, physics and Hindi and Sanskrit, like that, is found to be 0.72 with minus sign. This is a high negative correlation. It indicates that if a student performance is in one subject or in one test increases, his or her performance in the other test tends to decrease. On the same time, thus the abilities measured by the two tests are highly negatively correlated. So that's why I am saying that if such type of negative correlation is found, then it is suggested that these two subjects are not taken at the same time. So if one subject, if the student is performing in one test his performance is good, and in another test his performance is found to be bad, so this way the negative correlation is interpreted. So the suggestion is given to the student that at the same time these two subjects are not taken. So this is all about the topic assume mean method. So assume mean method here I have completed in part 41. So this is all about the assume mean method. Please subscribe the channel, press the bell icon. If any suggestion related to the lecture, you can put your message in the message box so that I can improve, or the problem which you can ask me, I will try to solve the problem. So please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, and those who are new on this channel, please press the bell icon, so as the new videos are uploaded you will get the information immediately. Thank you.